Okay, in this video we're going to look at adding videos into our web pages. So we have our surname, initial, candidate number folder set up in the exam area. Inside of that is where you always build your ePortfolio, your pages and any images that you create, and inside that is the assets folder that you have been given by the exam board. And today we're going to look at putting this video onto a specific page. Now they've requested that this video goes on the information page, so I've already loaded up the information page. I'm going to click inside here and I've already got this row horizontally centered. If I put it back to default, we can see how it's done. Insert then media and plug in again. We find the video, we click OK. Now at the moment the video has defaulted to being 32 pixels in width and 32 pixels in height. That's no good to us. We can't really watch the video on that. So if we go back to here, click on the video and highlight it up, we can see that down here it says it should be 640 by 360. So I go back in here and I edit it here. So width should be 640 and height 360. Now if we keep it to that, we will not be able to see the control panel properly as well. So my advice is always add on an extra 10 pixels underneath on the height, so you'll be able to see the control panel. Click into the screen, there's the video on there. Click to the side, and if you want it centered, click default to center. Now preview it in Internet Explorer first, save the changes yes. Opens up, I'm going to allow my block content as I'm running an extra file on the web page, and give or take a few seconds, here's the video running, and those extra 10 pixels has allowed me to see the control bar. Now at the moment this video runs automatically when it starts, but it doesn't loop. Now the exam board may tell you that they want the video to only work on play, and this is the same for an audio file as well. So if this was an audio file, you'd be doing exactly the same thing. We go back into Dreamweaver, into the code view, click on the video. Here it says embed src, there's the assets video clip mp4, that's the one. And just like we did before, we edit the code. So we type in auto start like so, equals speech marks and false. Close the speech marks. We also want it not to loop. It's not looping at the moment, but I'm going to add it in anyhow. Loop equals speech marks false. Now if you have problems in the exam remembering the equals and the speech marks, just look before. Height equals speech marks and then what you want it to be. That will always be there as soon as you input the video, so you can just remember auto start equals speech marks false, loop equals speech marks false, and that's the syntax. Now if I run it in Internet Explorer, save the changes yes, go into Internet Explorer, allow the content. What should happen now is the video should not play until I instruct it to do so. So I press play now, and now it will play, and it shouldn't loop either, so we get to the end of the 6 seconds on the video and it stops. If they tell you it needs to loop, or the sound file needs to loop, replace loop with true rather than false. We'll leave the auto start on to false, so we have to press the play button. I'll preview it one more time in Internet Explorer, save changes yes, allow the block content. Most of the time you won't have to. Again, the video is not playing until I instruct it to, but what should happen now, as it plays the video, it should loop around again, and it does. So when you're embedding either a video or sound file or animation, it's the same technique each time. Read the exam paper. Are they asking you for it to play on click or to play automatically? Are they asking it for it to be looped or not to be looped? If they want it to play automatically, set it to true. If they want it to play on click, set it to false. If they want it to loop, set it to true. And if they don't want it to loop, set it to false.